Hello my dear children. Now today I am going to start with the MCQ tips of chapter coordination compound. In this chapter I will give you some tips of MCQ regarding bonding in coordination compound. You know, in descriptive type lecture I told you there are three types of bonding. The one is Werner theory of valency, second is valence bond theory VBT, and the third is crystal field or ligand field theory. Today I will give you just tips how to solve the questions, that is MCQ type from the Werner's theory and from VBT. So let us start first with Werner theory. You know, according to Werner theory, metal has two types of valences. Every metal has two types of valences, primary and secondary. Two types of valences. Shortcut detail I have already given to you. The part which is written inside the bracket, let it is a cobalt, and rest ligands that we will draw here, ammonia 6 times, chlorine 3 times. So the part which is inside the square bracket is secondary valency always. So that means here secondary valency is 6. And the part which is outside the bracket, and especially the part which is outside the bracket, should be negatively charged. Let here water is also there. Ignore water because water is a neutral one. So primary valencies are always shown by negative ions. Now in shortcut, you listen to me. Primary valency always outside the bracket. Secondary valency inside the bracket. Primary valency is shown only by negative ions, not by any neutral molecules. Secondary valency is shown both by negative ions and neutral molecules. Primary valency represent oxidation state now. Secondary valency represent coordination number now. Now let me start some of the question based upon Werner theory. Write down first questions from Werner's theory. The first question is, I am going to write the question A part. Write down A, B, C, D and E. I have taken 5 parts. The first is PtCl4.6 water. PtCl4.6 water. Second is PtCl4.5 water. 5 water. Third is PtCl4.4 water. 3 water and 4 water, 3 water and 4 water. That is one less, no 1 water, 2 water. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Water molecules go on decreasing. The question asked is A part, which is non-electrolyte? A part, the question is out of A to E. Tell which is non-electrolyte. Answer is, non-electrolyte is that which has no ionizable part. All parts are out within the bracket. So your answer is, it's a platinum, Cl4 and water 2 inside. Because the answer is, this is E part. E part is non-electrolyte. Why? Because outside the bracket there is no ion. To complete the coordination number 6, 2 water will also come inside. So answer is, it's water 2 as well as chlorine 4. Because the number of the molecules of water is less, it's 2, so no chloride ion will go outside. Water 2, to make it 6, 4 chlorine inside, no ion outer, so it's a non-electrolyte. Now second question is, out of this which show maximum conductance. Go on, note down along with me. Non-electrolyte is E. Now which show maximum conductance. Answer is A part, because in A part platinum, water 6 inside, all the water 6 inside, coordination number 6 is maximum, and all the 4 chloride ion outside. In this way, this is the species, this is the coordination compound where there are maximum chloride ion outside, more the ions, more the conductance. So answer it's the ion which show maximum conductance. C part, which does not form white pipette with silver nitrate. Out of A to E, which does not form white pipette. Again the answer is E, because in the E part no chloride ion outside. Platinum, water 2 and Cl4. No chloride ion outside, so no pipette with silver nitrate. Silver nitrate plus chloride ion, arrow AgCl. No chloride ion outside, no white pipette. So the answer is E part. The fourth question is, which ion out of A to E, in which compound there is 1/4 chloride ion get precipitated with silver nitrate, 25%. In which case 1/4 chloride ion get precipitated with silver nitrate. Now let me explain 1/4 or 25%. Now you can see in the first case, all the water molecules come inside, chloride outside. 100% chloride ion are outside, 100%. In the second case, platinum, water 5, and to make the coordination number 6, 1 chloride are inside and 3 chloride ion outside. That means it is 75% chloride ion outside. Third case, platinum, water 4, out of 4 chloride, 2 chloride ion inside, 2 chloride ion outside, 50% chloride ion outside. Next is platinum, water 3 and chloride 3. So this is the answer. Out of the 4 chloride ion, 3 chloride ion inside and just 1 chloride ion, that is 1/4, that is 25% chloride ion outside. So this answer is D part. So with that you have completed. This is the best question covering all the MCQ from the Werner theory. Best question, which show maximum conductance, which show no conductance, that is non-electrolyte, in which case there is 25% chloride ion outside, and others. Now I am taking my second question from the Werner's theory. The Werner theory about primary and secondary. Write down the second question is, how many moles of silver chloride ion, it's very simple, how many moles of silver chloride AgCl get precipitated when reacted with silver nitrate. The first is PtCl4.3 ammonia. PtCl4.3 ammonia. It's A part. The question is, how many moles of AgCl get precipitated? Your answer is Pt, NH3 thrice, Cl thrice, 3, 3, 6, out of 4 chloride ion, 1 chloride ion outside. This means your answer is 1 mole of AgCl. So you may select the options. You will mark right option is 1 mole of AgCl. Now I'm taking second part of the same question. It's PdCl2.4 water. Pd, platinum, PdCl2.4 water. Answer is platinum. First, always enclose neutral molecule inside. After that, to compensate the loss, to complete the Coordination number 6, invite more chloride ion inside. So it is Cl2. So your answer is no chloride ion outside. Now dear students, sometimes there is a given, because you know coordination number of platinum is 4. Coordination number of the platinum is 4. How we came to know the coordination number of chromium and cobalt is 6, platinum is 4, that all will come in the chapter D block. Because it is a 4, so what you will do, you just 4 inside and 2 chloride ion outside. Then your answer is 2 moles of AgCl get precipitated. If you will enclose 2 inside by thinking so that the coordination number of platinum is 6, then your answer will be no AgCl. But as the coordination number of platinum is 4, so 4 is completed by this just 4 water within the bracket, and 2, and about the coordination number, how much of chromium, cobalt, platinum, that all will come in chapter D block. Next is cobalt Cl3.4 water. Cobalt Cl3.4 water. Cobalt and chromium coordination number is 6 always. The answer is cobalt, water 4, to make it 6, 2 chloride ion inside and 1 outside. Your answer is 1 mole of AgCl get precipitated. Next is platinum. Platinum Cl2.2 water. Platinum coordination number 4 or 6. It's a water, 2 chloride 2 inside. To make it 4, there is no chloride ion outside. Your answer is no AgCl moles precipitated out. So this is second question that we have covered. Though this is all about the MCQ of the Werner's theory. So you can, what you will do now to solve the MCQ of Werner's theory, you kindly attempt the NCERT in text or example. NCERT example of the Werner's theory is a very good example. I have already covered that example in my lecture when I thoroughly explained Werner's theory. So these 2 questions of Werner's theory and 1 question from NCERT example. So these 3 questions are sufficient for solving the MCQ type questions from Werner's theory. Next, write down valence bond theory, VBT. Many of the questions came in the competitive exam from VBT. So how will you solve this VBT within a second, because VBT is a very step-wise theory. So today I will tell you how to solve the question. Let me explain first VBT. Remember, there are 2 types of complexes are there. IOC, inner orbital complex, outer orbital complex. Write in detail. There are 2 types of complexes when the coordination number is 6. Write down. When the coordination number is 6, there are 2 types of complexes, inner orbital and outer orbital complex. Dear children, always remember, when the ligand is weak, like water, like chloride ion, when the ligand is weak, always outer orbital complex form. Hybridization is sp3d2, coordination number 6. But when the ligand is strong, either than water and chloride, when there is a strong ligand, then always inner orbital complex form. The hybridization is D2sp3. It's a very quick way, and this is a very simple way. But remember, always remember, there is a pairing. In case of strong ligand, pairing of electron takes place, but in case of weak ligand, no pairing of electron takes place. Write down very fastest way to find the answer of the VBT type questions. In VBT, what I am going to say, there are 2 types of complexes, inner orbital and outer orbital complex. In inner orbital complex, when the coordination number is 6, the hybridization is D2sp3, and outer orbital, the moment water and chloride come, you write the answer sp3d2. And these outer orbital complexes are always paramagnetic. They are paramagnetic. they are high spin, but this is a strong ligand. There's a pairing takes place. It is a diamagnetic complex and it's a low spin complex. I think you might have written all things. Now I should move further now. Remember this, when your metal, now one extra point you can write, when the metal belongs to 3D series, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, then when the metal belongs to 3D series, pairing of electron only then takes place if the ligand is strong. But when the metal belongs to 4D and 5D series, then always pairing takes place. Either the ligand is strong or the weak. Kindly note it. Again listen, when the metal, because in CBSE exams only, in the CBSE exams always the metal will come from 3D series. But in competitive exam the question may ask from the metal belongs to 4D series and 5D series. When the metal is of 4D and 5D series, dear children, always pair up the electron. Either the ligand is strong or the ligand is weak. But when the metal is of 3D series, remember this, 3D series, then you have two. Then you will see ligand is strong or ligand is water chloride. If the ligand is water chloride, no pairing at all. And the complex is sp3d2, outer orbital, it is paramagnetic and high spin. Now I'm taking next, I think you might have written, and similarly you can write in coordination number 4. It was 6. When the coordination number 4 comes, the hybridization is 2, either dsp2 or sp3, dsp2 or sp3. But when the coordination number is 6, hybridization is just 1, either you write d2sp3 or sp3d2, depend upon. No inner orbital, no outer orbital complex will be asked when the coordination number is 4. IOC, OOC only then be asked if the coordination number is 6. Remember this. And again, dsp2 only then comes when there is a strong ligand, sp3 only then comes when there is a weak ligand. If I say nickel Cl4 2 minus, if I say nickel Cl4 2 minus, very quick way to answer, just see the ligand. Ligand is strong, dsp2, square planar, diamagnetic, pairing, because strong pairing, diamagnetic, low spin. When the ligand is weak, sp3, paramagnetic, high spin. Can't you note it? Very simple, no calculation. Ligand is strong, it is your dsp2 square planar, it is square planar, it's a tetra. Then you know square planar and tetrahedral. And the ligand is weak. But when one case is when there is a ligand is carbonyl ligand, because when the ligand is carbonyl, then oxidation number come always 0. After when the ligand is carbonyl, then always it is a strong ligand. Take exception, it is a strong ligand carrying carbonyl. Even then it is because all the 4, because it has also 4s pair, nickel 0 it is. So remember this, only remember that it is always sp3, nickel Cu4, always sp3. All the d orbitals get full. Exception is this, otherwise you can again listen. Coordination number 4, 2 hybridization, either dsp2 or sp3. dsp2 only then comes when strong ligand, accept this. In this case sp3. Okay, now next you can write more points. After that I am going to solve some questions with you. Now I think you know what is sp, sp2, sp3, dsp2, dsp3 even, that we will all take. Now I am taking few questions, dear children, and few exceptional cases also. Now I am taking few questions from BBT. My question is nickel Cl4 2 minus, that I have covered already. Just I am going to write first about the nature. Let me write first nickel Cl4 2 minus, but wrote this. Write on down with me. Nickel CO4, coordination number 4 is going on. Next is, 5th is copper ammonia 4. It's exceptional, write down, make it star, it's very important. Copper ammonia 4, 2 plus, copper ammonia 4 2 plus. Next is zinc water 4. Next you can write number 5, again exceptional, zinc Zinc, because zinc is 3d10 totally. It's also sp3. Zinc, water 4, 2 plus. Zinc, water 4, 2 plus. Next is zinc cyanide 4, 2 minus. 6 point. You may write 6 point. Zinc cyanide 4, 2 minus. Zinc cyanide 4, 2 minus. After that you may take one more example. After that I will move to the 5 and then 6. This is 4 all. Okay. Now I'm taking first nickel Cl4. I don't, because the ligand is weak. Ligand is weak, right? It is. When the ligand is weak, remember it is always sp3. When the ligand is strong, it is always dsp2. And this is exception because here coordination number will come 0. So in this case again it is sp3, even the ligand is. Now this is all about in zinc. You know zinc is 3d10, 4s2 will go 3d10. No D will be available. So either zinc is carrying strong ligand or zinc is carrying weak ligand. It is always sp3. Zinc exceptional. No matter zinc, because no d orbital available in zinc. Zinc is 3d10. Okay, now you left with only one, copper. In copper is 2 plus. You know copper is 4s1 3d10. But 4s1 3d10 it becomes 3d9. Write down 3d9. 3d9. 3d9, you know what is 3d9? It is like this. Please write down. 3d9 is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. 3d9. This means this last d orbital carrying odd electron. When the ligand is strong, new thing you can listen. When the ligand is strong, then the electron get migrated, get transferred, get shifted from 3d to the last orbital, that is 4p. So this orbital get empty. There is a transferring of electron takes place from 3d to 4p. This means this d orbital now available. So the hybridization is dsp2. It's a dsp2. Transferring of electron takes place in copper. It's a 4 coordination number. I think it's very much clear. When the ligand is weak, remember the ligand is weak, no pairing, no d electron, no pairing means all electron will remain unpaired as such. No d orbital available. Hybridization will be sp3. When the ligand is strong, pairing, when there is a pairing, d orbital is available, dsp2. But in this case, as a nickel is 0, 4s2 is there, it get the electrons become maximum 10 electron, 10 electron, 10 electron, 10 electron. Where there are 10 electron, how can you think D is available? No D is available, just sp3. But in this case, in the copper is 3d9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 9. Where this one electron goes, D is available. This electron get transferred, shifted. So D is available. This is a very important example. With that, this coordination number 4 is clear. Now I'm going to shift coordination number 5 even. Coordination number 5 is not in CBSE syllabus, but it comes in competitive exam. You may write 2 examples. Coordination number 5. You may take iron CO5. Iron CO5, coordination number is 5. And it will be given dipole moment. One is nickel CN5. Nickel CN5 2 minus. Okay, now dear children, when the hybridization is during 5, when the coordination number is 5, the hybridization is dsp3. 1, 2 and 3, 4. The d orbital is always dz square. Okay, now shape is trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. Dipole moment is 0. Write down everything. dsp3, when there is a coordination number 5, hybridization is dsp3, dipole moment is 0, trigonal bipyramidal. But sometimes the question comes, this is a molecule, dipole moment is not 0. Then when the dipole moment is not 0, the shape is square pyramidal. Square pyramidal. Right now, in case of 5, there are 2 types of shapes available. The one is square pyramidal, other is trigonal bipyramidal. In a trigonal bipyramidal, mu is 0. In this case, mu is not 0. The question will be mentioned. If the question asking mu is 0, then you will write it's DSP3. Otherwise, you will write DSP3, but here the D which is participating is D x square minus y square. They will ask you what is the name of the D orbital. You know there are 5 names in this. When there is a case trigonal bipyramidal, that it is a trigonal bipyramidal, dipole moment is 0. When it is a square pyramidal dipole moment is not 0. In case there are 2 examples, and the naming is very important thing asked in MCQ. Kindly note down it. Coordination number 5. They may ask the question is DSP2, DSP3. DSP3, which D involved, dz square involved in trigonal bipyramidal, dx square minus y square involved in case of square pyramidal. Square pyramidal has dipole moment is not 0. Now I am taking coordination number 6. Coordination number 6, you can easily give the answer very quick way. I am taking iron F6 3 minus. Without taking any atomic number, without using any stepwise system, you just tell me what is the magnetic character, inner orbital or outer orbital, hybridization, extra. Answer is it's a weak ligand. Halogen is a weak ligand. When there is a weak ligand, what I told you that it is always an outer orbital complex. When there is a weak ligand, no pairing, outer orbital complex. The hybridization is sp3 d2. It is dz square, and you kindly write in dz square and dx square minus y square. Okay, it's a paramagnetic. It's a paramagnetic high spin complex. After that, I am taking next example, iron cyanide 6 4 minus. Iron cyanide 6 4 minus. So it is a strong ligand. When there is a strong ligand, it is an inner orbital complex. Hybridization is D2sp3 octahedral, dz square, dx square minus y square same. It is what? It is a dimagnetic and it is your low spin complex. Now I am taking after that two of very important examples, exceptional cases. 2, I know very important it is. It's a chromium. It's chromium. You may take F6 or cyanide 6. Chromium, cyanide 6 times 3 minus. Or it may come fluoride 6 minus. Any of these. Either strong ligand comes or weak ligand comes. Dear children, chromium is 3 plus, write down 3d3. 3d3 it is. I am going to explain this. Otherwise you always remember it is inner orbital complex always. It is D2sp3 always. Exceptional case. Even strong ligand comes, no pairing. Listen to me carefully. I have explained you this in my descriptive. 3d3 it is. Chromium is 3 plus, 3d3. This means these 2 orbitals are empty. If the ligand comes cyanide, you want to do pairing. If you will do pairing, then 3d orbital become empty. For what purpose you will use 3d orbital? No need to make this empty, because hybridization is in 6 case. Hybridization is never D3, D2. We need only 2D empty, and 2D empty are available. So always remember, this is one of the exceptional case. Inner orbital complex are always dimagnetic. But this is a case where inner orbital complex is paramagnetic. 3 alternatives. No need to pair it. Either it is carrying strong ligand or chromium carrying weak ligand. Chromium complex is always inner orbital D2sp3 paramagnetic. Others are only then become inner orbital complex when the ligand is strong, and inner orbital complexes are always dimagnetic. But you can see it is a paramagnetic because of 3 unpaired. I am taking next exceptional case. There is one more exceptional case. It is your exceptional case is your nickel ammonia 6 2 plus. Nickel ammonia 6 2 plus. It's one of next. It is and your case. Now I'm taking this nickel ammonia 6 2 plus. It is 2 plus. Your answer is 3D8. Nickel. What is nickel? Nickel is your 28 number. It is 3D8 4S2. So your nickel 2 plus. You know nickel 2 plus it is. X plus 0 is equal to nickel 2 plus. Just I'm going to explain first. Nickel 2 plus is 3D8. 3D8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 6, 7 and 8. Because ammonia is a strong ligand. If you will pair the, because according to the command when the ligand is strong, you have to pair up. If you will pair up, then 1D will be available. 1D become empty. For what purpose? No purpose. Because in hybridization, you need 2D. 2D orbital 1, 2. 2D orbital must be empty, but there is 1D. So no need to empty it, then just remain unpaired. So this is the outer orbital complex and paramagnetic. I have shared everything with you. Right, please. It's very important points. Nothing will come outside from this. So this is the outer orbital complex and it is paramagnetic. Because no need to pair. You can think it is a 3D8. If you pair up, then 1D become empty. Because the coordination number is 6, not 4. And the coordination number is, if it is 4, then it is a DSP2. But if it is a 6, you need D2. It can never be D2 because here is okay. So it's always a outer orbital complex and dimagnetic. It's paramagnetic because 2 electrons will remain unpaired. No need to pair these 2 electrons. Right. This is all. Others are also there. This is now I'm taking your questions. More questions. We have completed coordination number 4, 5 and 6. Now the question comes titanium water 6. You may write few questions from EBT. Titanium water 6 3 plus. Titanium 3 plus is 3D1. 3D1. 3D1 means just 1 electron. Just 1 electron it is. So answer is again it is an inner orbital complex. Write down just 1 electron. So it's an inner orbital complex. It's a D2sp3 inner orbital complex paramagnetic because 1D remain unpaired. So it's D1. Next is cobalt cyanide 6 minus 4. Few exceptional cases only. Cobalt cyanide 6 4 minus. You know 6 minus 4 2 plus. Cobalt is 2 plus. 3D7. 3D7 it is. When the ligand is strong, shifting takes place. When the ligand is strong, migration, shifting. 3D7. I'm going to draw 3D7 first. 3D7. Cobalt 2 plus is 3D7. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 6, 7. Cyanide is a strong ligand do pairing. When you will pair up the electron, then this will come. 2, 4, 6, 7. Then this 1 orbital left. Actually you need 2D orbital. So you can transfer this electron to 4 others. 4, that is here it is 4s, here it is 4p. So you can transfer this electron. So it is, why transfer? Because I told you earlier, when the ligand is strong, electron gets shifted. So shift this electron, D2sp3. So this is 3D, this is 4s, this is 4p. You can shift the electron to 4d. Write down 4d1. You can shift here. So your hybridization is D2sp3. D2sp3. It is paramagnetic. How? Because 1 electron that you have transferred it's unpaired. So it is your D2sp3 but paramagnetic. It is inner orbital complex but paramagnetic. Okay, so this is inner orbital complex are always diamagnetic, but this is the inner orbital complex which is paramagnetic. So this is cobalt case I have taken, scandium case I have taken. Few cases you can write separately. Cobalt case, it's a case of nickel when there is a 6 ligand. It's a case of copper where we have transferred extra. Few of the exception cases you write at separate notebook. Otherwise it's a common thing There are two types of ligands, strong and weak. Strong ligands always do pairing. This is a common. Weak ligand never. Where there is a strong ligand comes, remember, hybridization. In 4 coordination number DsP2 and in 6 coordination number is D2sp3. But when the ligand is weak, the hybridization is sp3d2 in 6 coordination number, and when the coordination number is 4, it is sp3. So this is cobalt, and now you can write down 1-2 hint. Write down first question. Transferring of electron takes place in which configuration? Write down. Transferring of electron. This is the case I've taken. Transferring of electron takes place in case of D9 configuration and D7 configuration. You write down. D7 it is. When the ligand is strong. The condition is, if the ligand is strong, then transferring of electron takes place in case of D9, that is copper 2 plus. In case of D7, that is cobalt 2 plus. Write it. After that, now my question, you can write one of the question. Which of the following compound I'm writing is inner orbital as well as outer orbital? I'm writing ABCD part. Identify which of the following is inner orbital as well as outer orbital both. The first case, I'm writing D2. Just 2 electron. No need to pair up. The answer is, it is inner orbital complex. It is inner orbital complex, D2. Next case is D5. D5 is this 5 unpaired. 1, 2. So you can pair up. You can pair up when the ligand is strong. You cannot pair up when the ligand is weak. When you will pair up 5, 2, 4, 5, then 2D available. So it is inner orbital. So when the ligand is weak, you never pair up. So it is a complex which is inner orbital as well as outer orbital complex. This is answer. D5 is a configuration when it is showing both inner and outer orbital complex. D5 it is. It is showing both inner orbital and outer. I am taking C part. C part is D8. In D8, no need to do pair. If you will pair up, just 1D available. So it's always outer orbital complex. D8 is outer orbital complex. Next is D9. D9, just 1D available. D9, if you shift the electron, in case of coordination number 4, coordination number 6 if it is. If the coordination number is 6, then D9 is outer orbital complex. But if it is your coordination number 4, then the question can never comes, is it inner orbital or outer orbital complex? So this is your question, very interesting. And B is the answer, D5, showing both inner and outer. Next question is, last, among the following which show maximum magnetic moment? Write down. Among the following which show maximum magnetic moment. Answer is which has the maximum unpaired electron. I'm taking chromium Cn6 3 minus. Chromium Cn6 3 minus. Chromium is 3 plus. Answer is D3. So 3 unpaired, you may write. 3 unpaired. Second case. Nickel Cn6. Nickel Cn6 4 minus. Nickel is 2 plus. When the nickel is 2 plus, D8, what is D8? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 unpaired electron available, 3 unpaired electron available. Okay, now third case. In the third case, it is manganese Cn6 4 minus. Manganese Cn6 4 minus. Here manganese is 2 plus. When the manganese is 2 plus, manganese is 25 atomic number. 4s2, 3d5, it become d5. It has maximum unpaired, that is 5 unpaired. Maximum unpaired 5 unpaired, d5. Fourth case is iron Cn6 4 minus. Iron Cn6 4 minus. So here iron is 2 plus, iron is d6. d6 means 4 unpaired available. More the unpaired available, more the magnetic moment. You can arrange all these. maximum unpaired, maximum magnetic moment, less unpaired, less magnetic moment. So in this way you can calculate the magnetic moment by applying the formula mu is equal to under root n into n plus 1. Mu is equal to under root n into n plus 1. It is Bohr magnetone. Unit is Bohr magnetone. Now next question is, there is a very important question from practical work. In the practical there is a very important test. The name of this test is a ring test. Right now there is a test. Last question. The name of this test is a ring test that will come in practicals. This test is for confirmation of nitrate ion, am I right? Confirmation of nitrate ion, and the formula of that ring is, right, and the formula is given. It is iron, water 5, NO, nitrosonium ion. It is one of the positive ligand, NO plus 1, NO plus, and outside it is written sulfate. This is a ring. This is a ring test of nitrate ion. This is the formula of the ring: iron, water 5, NO plus, sulfate. Here when you will calculate the oxidation number of iron, it will come plus 1, because it's a minus 2, it's a plus 2. Iron is X, water is 0, X plus 0 plus 1 is equal to plus 2. It will become plus 1. You know, iron 2 plus is 3d6, but now it is become 3d6 and 4s1. Right now it is 3d6 4s1. So this is a configuration of 3d6 4s1. Now what will take place? You can write this 4s1 electron is transferred. This 4s1 electron, when the ligand is this, then this electron is transferred to 3d. This 4s1 electron when transferred to 3d, this s electron transferred to 3d, then it become 3d7. 3d7 it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So now it become your, this case, no need to pair up these electrons, because the ligand is weak, ligand is water. So you left with just sp3 hybridization. So it is your sp, because the coordination number is 6, we will use outer orbital complex. So hybridization is sp3d2. Again listen, wherein the test is for nitrate ion. During ring, this brownish colored ring, the formula is iron, water 5 and plus sulfate. This is one of the complex where iron got oxidation number plus 1. The plus 1 means 3d6 4s1. This 4s1 electron transferred to this 3d6. It becomes 3d7. Now it's 3d7. Because the water is a weak ligand, so it cannot pair up the electron. No D available. That naturally it will use 4D. The hybridization is sp3d2. So it's sp3d2 paramagnetic. sp3d2 and paramagnetic, because these are 3. So write down, it is a outer orbital complex. It is sp3d2. It's a paramagnetic. It's a high spin complex. It's a very, very important topic question we have shared with you. Now this completed with Barnard theory and BBT. You can attempt as many as questions from this topic by thinking. So by first write down few points that I have shared with you from Barnard's theory and this BBT. Any of the problem come, you may share with me at any time on my personal mail ID. This is all. In the next visit, I will tell you about tips of the crystal field theory. Thank you.